Doesn't look like I can select the token though.
Killian's token? Okay,
Yeah.
probably isn't associated with your character. I'll see here. Controlled by, determined by character settings. Character. Edit. Should be good. Does it work now?
No, let me refresh real quick.
Yeah, try refreshing. I'll do the background stuff while you do that. So you guys are traveling through a high, cold mountain pass. Snow is billowing. Visibility is almost nothing. You can hear the crack of something giving way overhead, and then the ground starts to shake and to rumble as a huge avalanche starts coming down upon you. As the snow and rocks crash down the mountainsides, you can't help but wonder if this is how everything ends for you. What brought you here navigating this dangerous mountain pass heading north into the frozen lands of Icewind Dale? So we'll start with some real quick character intros, throw in your name, your class, and one little blurb about you, whatever you want to throw in. So we'll start with Agonor.
Agonor, he is a white-haired, white-robed gnome. He's a wizard. He sees frequent visions. He's particularly haunted by visions that suggest the kobold race presents an existential threat to gnomedom.
Throwback to first edition. Okay, Nilve.
Elve is a wood elf monk. He likes to drink a lot and tries to run away from his past as much as he can.
Then we have Thumbs.
Thumbs is a halfling ranger, and Thumbs is named such because at one point Thumbs was attempting to tame an awful critter who took his thumbs in the process, and he's looking to explore and adventure.
Then next we have Helja.
Helia Braun Anvil is a dwarven cleric of Moradin, as well as a master smith. She is from Kelvin's Cairn in Icewind Dale, and she is on a quest to find the finest materials for the suit of armor she's crafting, which is going to be the finest suit of armor ever known in the realms.
Okay, Rocky. I don't have any picture for Rocky. He's a half-orc. Go ahead.
Yeah, before you stands a blue-skinned half-orc with blazing red hair and patchwork leather armor.
All right, and then last, Killian.
Killian is a human, kind of pale gray skin, black hair, kind of a haunted look in his eyes. Most of the time, he is a warlock.
All right. So, back to the scene at hand, your death, before we even start. It seems that rumors that strange weather-related phenomenon are shutting down travel through the Spine of the World mountain range are true. Several passes have been blocked, and you thought this one might be clear, and it was clear until now. As certain death descends swiftly toward you, movement at the corner of your eyes draws your attention. A snowy white muskrat gestures frantically, its clawed paws beckoning you to follow. It slides into a fissure in the ground that was hidden under snow and ice. It looks big enough that you could slide into it as well. Agonor, what do you want to do?
I think I'll test the footing and start to carefully walk over there.
Okay, you walk over there, the footing is secure, does not give way beneath your feet. You can see that the rift turns into an ice tunnel that descends. The first shards of snow are impacting you. Nilve, what do you want to do?
Continue on. Follow
The muskrat? Alright, you
Yeah.
dive into the tunnel. Thumbs, what do you want to do?
Yep, follow.
Okay, Helja, or
Helia,
Helja.
Helia follows the muskrat.
Okay, Rocky.
This is the beginning of a great story. We're all going to jump in.
And Killian.
Follow on too.
Alright. Following the muskrat, you plummet down the fissure just as the avalanche crushes everything in the pass. The tunnel turns into a slide, levels out, and deposits you in an icy cavern beneath the mountains. The muskrat stares you in the eye, then wiggles a bit as if happy to see you survive the close call. Then you hear a voice from deeper in the cavern, echoing toward you. It's common, marked with a slobbery rasp. Muskie found you in time. Good fortune. The voice comes from a 10-foot-long walrus, resting in the shadows. A walrus pup rests at her side. It starts to wriggle its way toward you, but she pulls it back with one of her long tusks. You see other creatures moving out of the shadows to examine you. There's a menagerie of them, including animals of every type, with snow foxes, wolf pups, avian creatures, and reptiles. Maybe even a haru and a hawk owl in there. A few seem to converse with each other as they eye you warily. The walrus continues, "Excuse my children, they're suspicious by nature. Their lives often depend on it. My children call me Mother Tusk, and you may as well. I saved your lives for a reason." You gather together your stuff and you stand up and you look upon this menagerie. You have anything to say for yourselves, Mother Tusk?
Bow my head and thank her.
Yes, we thank you dearly.
Thanks.
Well, you can repay or saving your lives by saving some of my children. I have one, a very precocious little one. He is a otter, and his name is Spritzel. I sent him on a scouting mission to watch the happenings in one of the 10 towns where the two-leggers dwell. He isn't back yet. He often gets himself into trouble, and I need you to go look for him. She begins to waddle on down a tunnel that leads away from the cave you guys landed in, and she beckons for you to follow. She continues as she's waddling down the tunnel, the menagerie of animals all around you guys as you walk behind her. She says, I need you to look for him and make sure he isn't in danger. So we spotted wolves in the area that could be dangerous for Spritzel. Are you willing to help?
Of course.
Good.
Sure.
Spritzel is a white-furred otter. He's got a brown patch above his right eye, and he wears a pearl earring in his right ear. Be sure to look for tracks as you travel along the shore of the Red Waters. Do you have any other questions for her as you guys are traveling along the cavern?
Why was Spritzel scouting the 10 towns?
Okay, let me show you on the map where you guys are at. So the cave exits to the south of the Red Run River, and across the Red Run River is East Haven. And she says he was watching the happenings in the town of East Haven. A contact in one of the other towns asked me for a favor, but that isn't important right now. Any other questions for her?
Is there anything about his scouting mission that would help us know what kind of trouble he may be into?
No, only that we've seen wolves in the area. If they've caught on to him, he may be in trouble.
Otter, eh? Does he have a favorite food?
Fish.
Does he have a favorite drink?
Milk. Okay, any other questions? You're looking out across what must be Icewind Dale, but it's dark. Dark and snowy. You can't see very far at all. Yeah?
I ask her if she knows anything about this strange weather that's going on.
She says, a terrible curse has befallen the lands north of the spine of the world. The sun refuses to rise. Survival never easy here, has been made more difficult by this curse. We don't know what caused it. Any other questions?
I ask about her, and you know, this is I've never seen a walrus leading a group like this. What is your story?
I had a master, a Goliath druid from the north. He passed away, but I took over stewardship of the animals in his care. He was the one who gave us the gift of being able to speak. Any other questions for her? You guys did a pretty good job. You covered pretty much all the bases there. Okay, then you bundle up and set out into the snowy wilderness of Icewind Dale. So that was basically the introduction that goes to all these adventures, and now we're starting the first adventure. So if you come to a table and they like do that stuff over again, that's just accidental probably. They should ask you if you've already done the first one. Okay, so setting out into Icewind Dale. You already got that. I already told you that. Travel is incredibly difficult in the deep snow. A bitter wind cuts through your clothing, and ice crystals riding the strong breeze sting your eyes. After you've traveled about 2 miles from Mother Tusk's cave, the deep snows have relented some, and you notice animal tracks marring the fresh dusting of blowing snow where you're at. So, I would like everyone to make a wisdom survival check, or if you don't have survival, you can do an intelligence nature check. Wow, Nilbe. Wow, Killian. And Thumbs.
Rolled twice by accident, sorry.
Alright, so you guys find tracks, just as you suspected. And furthermore, you can identify these tracks. There is a romp of otters, maybe about 10 of them, and they are the oldest tracks. The newest tracks on top of the otter tracks are those of wolves, about a half dozen wolves, and they are following the otters from the tracks. They lead off from the path you were on, but there's no tracks of otters that continue on the path you're on, so it seems like turning now would be the right choice. If you want to try and follow the tracks, I need everyone to, let me just type in a break here so I can see. Need everyone to go ahead and do another wisdom survival check. If you have an Outlander background, you'll have advantage on this. And also, remember before you roll, you all have inspiration that you can use at any time, as long as you announce before you roll. Okay, so Rocky, you're able to follow the tracks no problem. Nilve, you got a 9. You have a little difficulty. Killian follows them no problem. Helia follows them no problem. Thumbs follows them no problem. So with the 3 of you, you're able to follow these tracks, and you can see the wolves seem to be catching the otters because the tracks get closer and closer together in time. Until you come to this. Ahead of you, through the blowing snow, a pack of wolves chase a dozen otters. As the wolves close in, the otters zip through holes in the snow-packed earth. The wolves hesitate, but then the lead wolf barks a command, and the wolves leap into the holes as well, baying as they go. You quickly reach the holes in the earth, which are large enough for you to enter too. You hear growls of wolves and squeaking of otters echoing up from the depths. So, before you leap in, does anyone want to, cast a spell? Or do you want to jump in?
I would have already cast my Blessing of the Forge at the beginning of the day.
You already got your armor blessed, yep.
I would have cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
That's all right.
Agonor, you have Mage Armor cast. All right. But neither of those had to happen right now, so you jump in right away. Okay?
Right.
I'm going to move you guys to another map here real quick.
Just for clarity, I did my Hex Warrior thing on my quarterstaff.
Gotcha. Okay. So you'll leap into the tunnels. You jump in the holes, and they're like the ones before when you escape the avalanche, except they get steeper. So you quickly are reaching quite rapid speeds, and you each are going to have to make a Dex acrobatics check. If you want to use advantage to do it, type in advantage and then make your check. Dex acrobatics check to avoid tumbling and falling down these tunnels and having bad things happen at the end.
Helia will use her inspiration.
Advantage? Inspiration, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So Hell used hers, go ahead and remove that. You got an 11 by doing that. That's good. That knocked you up a slot. Agonor, you got a 8, right?
Yes.
All right, so you come careening down the tunnels. Is your owl in his extra
He
dimension?
actually. Oh, is the +3 within the 8?
For that macro, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Is your owl in his extra dimensional space or flying down behind you?
We'll say when we got in the tunnels, we put him in the extra dimension.
Extra dimensional? Okay.
Yeah.
So you come sliding down rapidly. You take no damage, but you end up prone when you come into the cavern that you guys are going to. So I'm going to put this marker on you for prone. Next to go is Nilve. You got a 14 on your check. You navigate the slide successfully and land on your feet at the bottom of the slide, so you're not prone. And then we got Thumbs, who got a 21. You land in perfect fighting position, and you will have advantage on your initiative roll. Then we got Helia, who got a 11. You slide successfully, land on your feet. Rocky, how did you do? You got a 17. You are in perfect fighting position, so you'll have advantage. And Killian, 22, also have advantage.
Yeah.
So, everyone go ahead and roll initiative for me, please. And keep in mind, if you don't get advantage on this initiative, you could also use your inspiration to get advantage. As long as you say it before you roll it.
I'm sorry, Tom. Where is my token for today? I realized I was going off of Friday.
Oh, you're right here. Oh, have I moved you guys? Shit. Sorry.
I'm not sure I'm in
Sorry.
my cloud.
Let me
Okay.
let me clear the initiatives. All initiatives don't count. Go ahead and re-roll your initiatives.
When you said you put that token on Agonor, I was like, I'm not seeing a token.
It.
Yeah.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Helia's ready to rock.
Don't forget, if you have advantage, you can
Oh,
roll
yeah.
twice and then type in the new number. It looks like a lot of you, the macros aren't kicking you in there.
Sorry, I forgot to select on my token.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I did the same thing.
Once you're in there, just use the first number you rolled or the second, whichever's higher if you have advantage, and type over what you rolled the first time if you need to. Okay. What you see when you get down to the bottom of the cave. First you see Agonor splash into the icy water at the feet of a wolf. The alpha wolf is the one with the green dot. And let's see. The ice slides end in a chamber covered in a foot of frigid water. The otters swim, avoiding the snapping jaws of the wolves. The icy bite of the water seeps up your wet clothes. At the back of the cavern, a low ice-covered shelf rises out of the water. There you see a frozen body of an explorer lying. The otters, there's like a dozen of them, and they are all around this guy. Let's see if this works. There we go. Okay, those highlighted squares all have otters in them. They're running to and fro. They can be in your square. You can be in their square. They're not difficult terrain for you. But if you have an area effect spell, be cautious of getting anything inside that yellow area. Assuming you guys can see that yellow area. Let me make sure. Yeah, you should. Okay.
It's like off color.
Yeah. Okay. Let me add
Somebody
some
peed in the pool.
initiatives for wolves. So as soon as you land, the wolves growl, snap, and start prodding through the water toward you. You can see their steaming breath in the light. What kind of light do you guys have, by the way? Anyone have a light spell going?
Dark vision.
We could say you have a light spell going if any of you are human. You probably would have done that before
I got nothing.
you jumped into a cave. Or a torch, maybe.
I guess I have a torch.
Okay. torch is out, and you carefully hold it up out of the water. So, first one to act is Nilve.
I'm going to try to get over to here. Is this far enough? Try to get close to the otters.
Nice.
And then strike at this wolf with the staff.
Okay, that connects. 11 bludgeoning cracks its skull open, and it dies at your feet. Nice
And
first
I'll
shot.
move my last amount to here
Okay,
and strike again
go for
with
it.
my foot.
With your foot, 16 connects with that wolf, doing 6 damage to him. Hell yeah, your turn.
Okay, Helia's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to there and attack the one she's next to with her ward. That's only going to be a 7 for 10.
Okay, the wolf dodges out of the way of that blow. Next to go is Thumbs.
Thumbs is going to move up to the same wolf and attack with his short sword. 12 for 5.
12, the wolf dodges out of the way of that attack.
That's my turn.
Killian, your turn.
I'll cast Toll the Dead on the wolf next to Nilve.
Nilve wisdom save. It is resistant to that attack.
That's a shame. That'll be my turn.
Rocky, your turn. You're muted if you're talking.
Yes, I was muted. Yeah, I'm gonna attack the wolf in front of me.
Okay. Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, who needs advantage, right?
Right. That
So
does...
that would have been a two-handed strike because I don't have a shield on. So
Okay,
it'd be 9 points of damage.
got it.
And I look at the dwarf and say, "My goodness, you're in a great position." So I'm gonna cast inspiration on Helja.
Hell yeah. All right. You are inspired. I'll use this little Nike symbol for you for inspiration.
Nice. Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Very
it's
good.
D6. It's a D6.
Wonderful, thank you. And remind me, before or after?
After you see the
I
roll,
announce
before you know
the
the
roll.
results.
Perfect.
Rocky's done. Okay, the first of the wolves attacks. Attack a Rocky. Turns and bites at the half-orc. Gets a 20 to hit Rocky, doing 8 points of damage to Rocky.
Ow!
Leaving him with as many hit points as he needs. Wolf is done. Next wolf.
Which I take to mean you have 1 hit point left.
Yeah. Okay, the alpha wolf looks at Agonor, but then sees the more dire threat it thinks being the one fighting its friend, and comes here to attack Helia with a bite. It'll have advantage on this one because of pack tactics.
Miss.
And misses. Now, the otters. Let's see who's coming next on the wolves. Over here on Nilve. The otters swarm all around Nilve and all around the wolf that Nilve is fighting. The little Spritzel otter, you can tell by the pearl lyric in his ear, says, "Let's get him, mates! What ho!" And he's going to grant that wolf disadvantage to attack you, Nilve.
Nice.
Agonor, your turn.
All right. Agonor is going to stand up and then move to about here. And as my action, I would like to summon my owl from its extra-dimensional space.
Okay, it's out. Then your owl can go right after you.
Okay, so I would like the owl to... How high is the ceiling in here?
It's about 15 feet.
15 feet. All right, so swoop towards the alpha, and it cries out and extends its claws, and then at the last minute kind of dodges out of the way and swoops back and prepares for another strike. So like the help action.
And the next person in your team to go would be Nilve, but you want to give Nilve the help because you have to specify who you're helping.
Oh, so it's not just the next attack.
Yeah, no, it's who you're helping. You specify a person to help.
Got it. So I'll do hell yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay. the wolf attacking Nilve with the otters swarming all around him has disadvantage. Gets a 7 to hit. Then the wolf attacking Thumbs turns at the command of its alpha, who barks a command to it to attack the dwarf, and you heard it actually say dwarf, you think. That wolf turns and attacks Helia. 21 to hit for
That
6
does hit.
piercing. And you got a DC 11 strength save, or it'll knock you prone. Alright, you stand your ground. Nilve, your turn.
Strike at this wolf. Oh. And then as I miss, I'm gonna spin around, use the backhand of my fist.
That connected. Almost finished it. It's staggered. Shakes it off, though, and still standing there.
And then I'm gonna walk over to the spot.
Hell yeah, your turn.
Attack the pack alpha.
Okay. Advantage on this attack. 24
And
connects.
I'm going to use my cast Searing Smite with it. So that's going to be 10 plus 6 is 16 damage.
Okay. Don't forget you're supposed to do that before you attack. Just remember that next time.
I thought
No, it's a
the next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon, your weapon...
It's a bonus action to cast, and it triggers the next time you hit a creature.
Oh, I'm
It's okay.
sorry.
That's
I
okay.
misunderstood it.
No problem. That's a 16 on the damage, which is thanks to the Searing Smite of Morden, enough to drop that wolf. You can see the glint of intelligence in its eyes as the spark leaves its body. Anything else, Helia?
No. That will be
Okay.
it.
Then Thumbs, your turn.
Thumbs is gonna whack the wolf to the north. Or not. As it were, 7 for 9.
That's a miss.
If only he had thumbs.
Killian.
Only
Your turn, Killian.
I'll try to Eldritch Blast the one to the north that's up there in the green part of the pool.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh no. You're being too careful not to hit an otter and missed everything. Rocky, your turn.
All right, Rocky will take a swing on the wolf in front of him. You know, I think I'm going to use my inspiration.
You have to say it before you roll, unfortunately.
Oh,
It's-
you have to say
It
inspiration.
grants you advantage. It doesn't grant you a reroll.
Oh,
So okay. So
Okay, all right.
after Rocky, the wolves go. The one fight in Rocky now has the monk behind it, which didn't do anything though. So it's going to turn on Nilva, and its pack tactics will kick in, giving you advantage on the attack. So 21 to hit you, Nilva, for 7 piercing. And you need to make a 11 strength save, or go prone.
Oh.
Oh no, Nilva is prone. Okay, after Nilva, or after that wolf, is the otters. The otters swarm around the wolf north of Nilva to try and protect their friend. So that wolf will have disadvantage to attack you, Nilva. Agonor, your turn.
All right. Agonor is going to extend his hand and toward the wolf to the north of the otters.
Okay.
And attempt to chill touch it. Only 2 for 8.
Oh, nice shot. That finishes it.
All right. And then Hugni, the owl, will swoop down again at this new target, the wolf near
Yeah.
Helia, and attempt to again claw and like just graze it and sweep back up over here to distract it.
Okay. The wolf's turn. The wolf snaps to the owl too late for any effective attack against the thing, and in its anger, it will move. It'll attack Helia with a bite, and her armor easily fends off the attack. Nove, your turn.
I'm going to stand up.
You throw the dead wolf off of you that died from the cold strike from Agonor and stand up.
And then hit this wolf next to me.
Okay.
Oh, I think that misses, and
That
I'll
does.
Spin around again and get go.
That connected. 4 points finishes that wolf. How many have you killed, Nilve? Is that 3
I
now?
think 2.
Hell yeah, your turn. You can move too if you want, Nilve.
I'm going to take a swing at this wolf next. Sorry, it's waiting. Do you want me to roll just
Yeah,
a
go ahead and do it
D20
manually, yeah.
Got advantage,
so
I think,
that-
right?
I
From the owl, yeah. So you get to roll twice.
okay, so that's going to hit.
That'll hit.
And sorry, I got to double check my damage is 1d8 plus 3. So that's going to be 8 damage.
8 damage, got it. Okay. After hell yeah, Thumbs, your turn.
Thumbs is gonna swing again. And miss again.
Oh man.
He's all thumbs.
Killian, your turn.
I will toll the dead this last guy.
Alright.
Or maybe. We'll see.
Yes, and
Alright.
you kill him.
Nice.
He whimpers and dies. Okay. The splashing's done. Your pained, labored breath is frosty in the air. Speaking of frosty, several of you are soaked, and the rest of you have your legs at least soaked. And that's not going to be good. You guys know well enough that you need to do something about that. You're dripping wet in the freezing water. You could die quickly if you don't find a way to get warm and to dry your clothes. The chamber is covered with water, and there's nothing to burn. What are you going to do? Oh, and there's also that body up there, too, on the platform.
Let's get up on that platform.
Okay.
it's dry up
You
there,
trudge
yeah.
your way over there through the water to the platform, climb up on it. It's solid ice mixed with rock. The body is of an explorer, you think. He has no... All his gear is like rotted and beyond repair, except for his boots, which are comfortable-looking fur-lined boots embroidered with gaudy but worthless gems. But for them to stay in as good a condition as they are, there must be something special about them. Your little buddy, Spritzel, comes over. He says, "Thank you. We were returning from town, and we saw a vicious owlbear and black feathers, and we ran away. But then we saw the wolves, so we ran from them. But they saw us and chased us, and we couldn't lose them. But we found these tunnels, but they followed us down. But you rescued us." Wow, you look cold. Is there anything I can do?
Very cold.
So, Tom,
You know I
will
have
this
one.
spell warm me up?
What
Oh,
spell?
Wait, hold on. Gotta move myself up there.
No.
I have divine fire come
No.
from my body.
No.
Oh, all right.
Any other ideas for how to warm up?
So Thumbs just asks, "Can you warm up my feet? You look fuzzy."
I have some oil, and we could make a little fire, perhaps.
Okay. What are you going to use
Okay.
for making the
I
fire?
can prestidigitate a
Here,
candle.
let's use
torch
my
or a
bedroll.
Small campfire.
Okay, yeah, bedroll is certainly flammable. What else you got that's
Have
flammable?
some wooden stakes.
Steaks, okay, there you go. Anything else?
Got a
Torch.
torch. I could throw.
Torches? How many torches you guys got?
I've got 10.
I have one
10.
torch I'm burning already.
I've got 10.
10. Oh yeah, so you got a bunch of wood. So you can make a
box.
pile. You can make a pile. Torches are super cheap too. They just,
Yeah.
they're nothing. So you make a pile of all the torches you have. Now you got tinder boxes, right? So you can light that on fire.
Yep.
Okay, so you can get warm. You light that on fire. You circle around it. The otters are just playing in the snow and the water and swimming around and looking for fish and keep coming back and asking if you saw any fish, but you never do. But you get a short rest in while you're sitting around the campfire. It starts out
Oh,
shivering cold, but in a little, not too long, you're warmed up pretty good. Now
A short rest where we could spend a hit die if we want.
you could, yeah.
Our one and only.
Your one hit die. So while you're sitting around the campfire, you can kind of share campfire stories about what brings you to Icewind Dale. So if you want to share any more about why you're here, feel free. Killian, anything? Or what you're looking for coming here?
Not really sure. I kind of get orders from someone. I'm not really sure who. And if I don't do them, it kind of gives me headaches. So here I am, just following orders.
Someone told you to come here. What is his warlock patron?
Hexblade.
Oh, Hexblade. So the Raven Queen?
He doesn't know who the Raven Queen is, but that's probably who it is.
Okay. Interesting. Agonor, go ahead. Anything you want to share?
I must convince anyone to support my organization, the Free Curdlemac Society.
Who's Curdlemac?
That's the kobold god who the gnome god has
I
imprisoned.
thought you were talking about chicken. Oh, thank goodness.
So wait, you're a gnome, right?
Yeah.
And
A gnome diviner who has foreseen the gnomish end at the hands of the kobolds.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Appeasement.
Yeah. Did you ever play D&D in first edition?
Not, I read the books. I never.
So kobold or gnomes had a +1 damage bonus against kobolds because they were like their natural enemies.
So we have a kobold campaign, and
Yeah.
the kobolds and the gnomes are, racial enemies, and it plays heavily into that. So
Yeah.
kind of riffing on that a little bit.
Okay, Nove, what are you doing in Icewind Dale?
Oh, I don't give a lot of details, but then I tell Agonor, I'll support any cause if we share drink. Find a veil. Bond.
You guys gonna break open the drinks here?
Pull out a flask. I don't know how warm this up.
That does keep you warm. Alcohol does make you warmer. I think that's science.
Well, it makes you think you're warmer.
That's science, yeah. That's how that works. I'm positive.
It opens your capillaries.
Rocky.
Oh, I grew up on the streets, and I spent my whole life in the city, and I had to get out. It was my only chance. I tried to change my stars by leaving the town.
And now
So
you're here.
I came here, and now I'm here, freezing to death in the cold.
In the cold, in the dark, in the snow. Thumbs.
Thumbs has been kind of wandering the Sword Coast, but has been lately being chased by this giant green frog, and he's just kind of running away from it.
That sounds like a
and
good
heading
idea.
north.
Yeah, just watch out for the ice toads up here, though.
He thought he saw it
Yeah.
as we entered this cave, so.
All right. Well, your firewood's burning out, and you've eaten some, drank some, bandaged yourselves up. Now you gotta get out of here. So these ice tunnels were pretty long, maybe 100, 200 feet long, and very, very steep. So any ideas how to climb on out? You'll get wet again, tracing through the water. At least only your feet will. But you'll have to make haste getting back to Mother Tusk.
Did anyone take those boots?
Yeah, I put
I
them
assume
on.
you guys grab the boots. They have them.
Yes.
Oh, can they fit me? Because I want to put them on.
Sure, yeah, they fit you.
Nice.
All right, first order of business. How you getting out?
Oh, I have Identify as a ritual
Yeah,
spell.
yeah.
Could I see if those boots are magic?
You can, and you can use that little pearl that is on Spritzel's ear, right? You need a pearl to cast Identify of 100 gold pieces. So,
Oh, no kidding.
yeah.
Sweet.
Never knew that.
So that worked out perfect for you. So identifying the boots. These are boots of false tracks. If you're humanoid and you wear them, you can choose to have them leave tracks like those of another kind of humanoid of your size. They're a common magic item, so you will all be able to get them at the end of this adventure.
Cool.
All right. Okay, so how you get out?
Does anyone have climbing gear? Pitons or a hammer?
I have a crowbar and a hammer that we could, kind of dig holes in the ice, but I don't have the gear to make use of them.
Yeah, I just have rope.
I'm a pretty good climber.
I don't even have rope.
Can
got
the
50
owl heft an edge of rope? Like an end
Yeah.
of rope?
Between the owl and the otters, they could probably get it up to the top. They're not really good at tying knots that you know of, so you might not want to risk your life on the rope. Who said they could climb? Rocky?
I'm pretty good at climbing.
Someone want to give it a shot? Try and climb on out and tie the rope up real good?
Sure.
All right. And you have inspiration. You might want to announce you're using it before you roll. Make an athletics check.
This sounds like the time to use the inspiration.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. Boom. Yeah, you climb up that, no problem. And you tie off the rope, you tie a couple lengths together, and you all climb out of the ice cavern. Now you get a little bit wet in the climb out. Um, you burned everything. Takes you about 30 minutes altogether, to climb on out. From there, you'd like to light some more fire before your trip, or you can try and trudge through the snow in your freezing cold boots and pants. Lighting or finding more fire would take a DC 10 survival check or nature check, your choice. So would you like to try and risk it and push on, or try and get another fire started?
I say we get another fire started.
Okay.
All right. Good idea to dry out.
Be a good time to use your inspiration if you haven't yet. DC 10, survival, or nature.
Agonor will use his inspiration.
Okay. Oh yeah. Between you guys, that's 3 of you already. So you gather together enough firewood to start another fire. A good enough fire to dry off your pants and your boots before you trudge back to the cave. Spritzel's excited, can't wait to get home. He's leading the way through the snow. The otters are ducking and dodging through the snow and burrowing in big snow mounds and playing and generally making nuisances of themselves the whole way back. But when you get back, Mother Tusk is very happy to see you. She starts a nice warm fire to you completely dried off. Spritzel excitedly recounts the harrowing fight with the wolves and with the journey back. And you can take a long rest here. And this is the end of this adventure, this part of the adventure. So once you've played your second part of the adventure, you can level up to level 2 if you want. You'll be leaving some gold on the table if you do. Because you're going to get treasure from this adventure. Spritzel, he gives you his earring as a thank you, as well as other small gems and trinkets that he and his otter friends have hidden away in the area. And after you guys all divide that up, you each get 20 gold pieces worth of treasure.
Awesome.
And Mother Tusk rewards you guys with 2 spell scrolls of Cure Wounds. And every one of you can take the boots of False Tracks. So the 2 spell scrolls, that's all. Everyone roll a d20, just a straight /roll space d20 in the chat window there, and then the 2 highest rolls can take the scrolls.
You have to have that on your spell list for that scroll?
Well, yeah, but you can always loan it to a cleric who's in a party you're playing with.
True.
If you don't have the spell. Anyone else not roll yet?
Sorry, I lost my fingers.
Tom, is there a specific log sheet for this adventure, or is it just a general log sheet?
Just the general log sheet. If you go to, let's see here. Nice, Killian. No one's
Let
going
me
to beat
try
that.
without typing.
Okay, it looks like Rocky, you get 1 potion or 1 scroll of Cure Wounds. And Agonor, do you want the other?
I have it, but I'll give it to Helia.
Well, you can't give it to someone. You can
okay.
pass, but she goes next. You can, she can
Sure,
have it.
I'll pass.
Okay.
Oh,
So
sweet, I'll take it.
So Helia and Rocky get the scrolls. Okay, you were asking about, is there a special? If you click on that
Log sheet.
3rd thing from the bottom there, it says character creation PDF. There's a log sheet, but I think it's just the generic log sheet.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
And then everyone, there is a feedback form for this where you can rate the event, how it's going, and you rate my DMing and give that to Dave. And there's a link to that feedback form there. He'd probably really appreciate it. It's like the first big show he's done online, so he'd like to know
Awesome.
how he's doing, I'm sure. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? I think I got everything. Any questions?
Not from me. That was fun.
That's good.
That's great.
All right, so, let me take you back to the other screen, and let me see when all the rest of the times you guys are playing. So I got Helya's playing again tomorrow at 6
8
p.m.
o'clock again.
Or 8 p.m.
Yeah,
Central
8
Time.
my team.
Okay. And then I got Thumbs and Agonor and Helya again on Sunday. Is Rocky or Killian playing any other slots I'm running?
I don't
Not
think-
slots that you're running. I kind of just jumped around to see a bunch of DMs play. So
Yeah, no, I just wanted to like drag you down there so I didn't recreate any character tokens if you were. Okay, I think I got
I
everyone
have
then.
a Saturday, but I don't think it's with you.
Put him down there.
Tom, do you know for all these adventures, is it always a level 1 character, or if I leveled up Killian, would I have to use something else on Saturday?
You can do a level 2,
Okay.
but you can't do a level 3.
Okay.
And you
got it.
can't level up after the first one, unlike previous seasons. It takes 2 of these to level up.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
Got it.
so I think I have a little link for that right here. In the leveling.
That
If this
makes
is your
sense,
second live adventure, you can level your character. And only level 1s and level 2s can play in the live adventures.
Cool.
It's a good change.
Yeah, I guess it's probably a smart one.
Yeah.
I mean
those
the
were
season
retro
10 won't
adventures.
start. This is DDAL10-00 for your logs.
excellent.